Life can sometimes hit us with unexpected storms, crises that leave us feeling lost, overwhelmed, and even questioning our faith. But it's in these moments of darkness that we can find a deeper connection with God if we know where to look. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Faithful Impact. I'm Jay, and today I want to share with you how to find faith through crisis and how these challenging times can actually strengthen your relationship with God. The first step in finding faith during a crisis is to acknowledge what you're going through. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to feel scared or even feel angry. The Bible shows us that many of God's greatest followers, like David or Job, faced incredible hardships and were honest with God about their struggles. Psalm 34:17 reminds us, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them." He delivers them from all their troubles. When everything feels like it's falling apart, that's when we need to turn to God the most. And one important thing we should always be doing, especially during the difficult moments, is spending time in prayer, even when it's hard to find the words. Let me hear from you. How do you deal with circumstances that arise in your life? Share in the comments below and just tell us, what Bible verse do you go to, or what do you turn to exactly when times of trouble come against you? We have the opportunity to talk to God, and we need to be reminded that this is not just some other person that we pick up the phone and call. We're talking about the God of the universe, the creator of all things, and we can call on him anytime we want, day or night. He's always available. He's never too busy to hear from us, so we need to speak to him through prayer, and not with fancy religious words, but from the heart. After all, that's the language that God understands. Also, I would challenge you to open the Bible and allow God's many promises to speak into your life and into your situation. Isaiah 41:10 says this, "Fear not, for I am with you." But Isaiah goes on to say this, "Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you." So even in the middle of your crisis, God is there, and God is always offering his peace to us in our times of struggle. Listen, it's natural to wonder why God allows certain things to happen, but trusting in his plan, even when it doesn't make sense, is key to finding faith through crisis. Proverbs 3:5-6 teaches us to trust in the Lord with all our heart and lean not on our own understanding. I think this is two of the most important Bible verses in all of the Bible, because it's telling us to not lean on our own understanding, to not try to lean on our own strength, but to trust in God. And this Bible verse also says to go to him and to submit to him, and that he will make our paths straight. And it's about surrendering our control that's such a hard thing to do. Because when we surrender control, we are then believing that God is working all things together for our good. And that's where we struggle. And listen, I get it, okay? I'm somewhat of a control freak, meaning I always want to be in control of everything that is happening to me and around me. But God calls us to be the opposite. God desires us to relinquish all control over to him. The little things and the big things all should go to God. This is why we are called to make him Lord of our life. When things are going bad and circumstances arise in our life, it is our human nature to take control of the wheel. But imagine if we can learn the most difficult thing, which is to let go of the wheel when trouble strikes. That's when God accomplishes his greatest work in us. And one last thing, during tough times, don't isolate yourself. Instead, surround yourself with a community of believers who can pray with you and pray for you, who can support you and remind you of God's faithfulness. Galatians 6:2 says, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." So it's always good to find other believers whom we can lean on and whom we can trust, and they can pray for us and we can pray for them. It's an amazing thing to have. Finding strength in community can be a powerful way to sustain your faith when you are feeling your weak. So remember this, as you walk through your crisis, hold on to hope. Remember that this season that you're in, it's not going to last forever. And we can read through Paul's writings in Romans 8 and 18, where God has given us a promise, and he is saying, I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Your faith will grow stronger as you trust in God's timing and as you trust in his plan for your life. And believe me, he does have a plan for every single one of you. So finding faith through a crisis isn't always easy, but it is very, very possible. And God is with you every step of the way. Don't ever forget that. Even when you can't see it, God is with you. So lean into him, trust his plan, and know that he will carry you through to the other side.